I like that. And what came out, like kind of slid sideways, was the Four of Coins and the Nine of Cups. I'm going to tell you what comes in right away with these cards. It's like, hello, Pisces. Are you ready for your weeklies? I am. And here we go. So this Seven of Cups came underneath this Six of Swords for your energy for the week. And what does that mean? Well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Look at it. Look at what she's looking like here. What is she looking like? Oh, God, look at all these choices. What do I pick? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh, well, look. This came over top of it. Somebody's picked a direction. Somebody's decided to go somewhere and do something with it. Somebody is finally on their way. So this is your direction for this week. Isn't that wonderful? To finally have an idea and something that you want to do, a movement forward. Like, you may not know what's waiting here. You may not know what's at the end there, but you know that's where you're going. And that in itself is such a great thing. All right, so I'm going to have a little bit of coffee. Back when I used to make the cups, Pisces Intuitive Energies Tarot. Look at that. All right, so what's at your ground? Let's take a look at the energy of your ground. I call it the ground and the crown, my favorite. You have the Daughter of Cups. I like that. And what came out, like kind of slid sideways, was the Four of Coins and the Nine of Cups. I'm going to tell you what comes in right away with these cards. It's like hoarding it's not going to make more of it. That's what I feel. That's the words that came in. Hoarding it's not going to make more of it. More of it is by sharing it. So I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to let you take that in, write that down, take a moment. But we're going to take the Daughter of Cups as the ground. And the ground is all about the beautiful dreamer. The Page of Cups is, for me, always the card, the ultimate card of Pisces. It's got the young, vibrant energy to it. It's got the dreamer energy to it. It's not cynical. It's beautiful. It believes the world is a beautiful, magical, musical place. And I feel that at your ground, that is especially what you're thinking. Do you see the correlations? Even the water is kind of the same. Yeah, I feel that for you. I feel that it's coming in. I feel that you're feeling it inside of yourself. Like, I feel freer, lighter somehow. It's very hard to feel weighted and scared and worried, especially as a Pisces, because we want to be out there doing our thing, right? And at the heart of us, doesn't matter, because I do also life path number. It doesn't matter what life path number. We all want that freedom of being, out there. To deal with the big yuckies is just nothing that we enjoy. I don't think anybody does, but especially us, because it means that, oh God, there's work to be done, and it doesn't mean it's going to be good, and all of that stuff. It's just so hard. It's so weighing on our souls. We want to feel that light flowing energy, like the water and the waves coming in and out, the ebb and flows, without resistance, just being, right? So at your ground this week is this. You're going to feel a little more, I feel, like yourself, okay? And remember those two cards that came in, okay? It's not hoarding it, it's sharing it. And I think the world would be a much better place. Yeah, much better place. The Four of Swords. As your crown, and I think that kind of says it all. Don't forget that on your way to wherever you're going, you're going to need some rest, okay? You're going to need some time to relax. You're going to need to park your boat on this desert island somewhere and take a little break. Take a little moment of just, I don't know, closing, getting some shut-eye. They're showing me somebody who's really, really tired. Fatigue plays a major role in how you feel. For everybody, for everything. When you're overtired, you're not doing your best. You're not being your best. It's just not favorable, right? Your mind gets muddled. Everything gets muddled. And then you don't know what to do with yourself anymore. So, here we go. Ooh, okay. So before, and it's not ooh bad, it's ooh good, the 10 of Cups. I'm going to pull the before and after. Yeah. I think there's a definite coming in of something when I saw this. It's like in the before, you just wanted to make everything good for everybody. That's what I feel. The 10 of Cups is like, oh, I want to make everybody's wishes come true. I want to make everybody happy. You were like, this feels like people pleasing to me right there. But I wanted to make sure, because the 10 of Cups doesn't exactly mean that. It means blessings and happiness and emphasizing on home and family. But the 9s are about the self. The 10s is about everybody else. And I think that in the past is you wanted everybody to be happy. You wanted everybody to feel blessed. You wanted everything to be okay. And now I'm feeling like you're saying, yeah, that was good. That was okay. If you can, I mean, don't cause any problems for people. But right now, in the future, you have problems to solve. You have things that maybe have been ignored, maybe have not been dealt with. And it's time to just deal with those problems, okay, instead of just ignoring them, because they're coming to a head. You can see that, okay, it's coming up, and it's not going to give you a choice. It feels very Tower. It feels very like everything's good, everything is fine, and then the Tower comes in and kablooey, and you're going like, uh-oh. Okay, not everything was good, not everything was fine, and I needed to look at this. I needed to fix it, okay? So this decision of you moving forward may be just because you finally decided that, okay, I can still be me, but I need to deal with this, okay? I need to find a solution. The 5 of Wands is about brainstorming and having problems to solve and coming up with some you could come up with some interesting compromises or ways to fix things, okay? Or to the way, even if you can't fix it, to move it forward. So it is, in my opinion, always better to deal with this, okay? To try and deal with this. Because if you don't, then, I don't know, it just, it just doesn't do anything in the end. It just doesn't, it's going to come back anyway. Pretending that everything is good is just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I have many people who mention or comment about problems in relationships or with people. And I'm going to tell you something that you may not like, but it's the truth. And it applies to me too. Whatever you've been putting up with, and realize the words that I'm using here. You have been putting up with. You have been putting up with. Do you understand? In other words, if you feel mistreated or things have been going on forever and you want things to change, but they keep going on forever, whose responsibility does that land on? The person doing the bad stuff to you? Yeah, for sure. There's, it's like they should know better. They should be nicer. Of course they should. But what about the person who constantly takes it, who gives and never requires more? And even when they do have a conversation or requires more, still doesn't get it. Whose fault is it then? Is it the other person for keeping on you know, manipulation. Yes, for some, that just makes them a crappy person. Somebody who's, you know, not very nice to you. But the person who keeps taking it is the one who's responsible. So look at the people around you. And that might be a very small group if you have quality people. And notice, how do they treat you? Do they treat you right? Do you feel good around them? You know, 80% of the time you can't, you know, expect perfection. Everybody's got their own minds, their own lives. What does that look like? Now, by no means am I saying that you should like obliterate your life, but you should take responsibility for it. By saying no and saying, I won't be treated this way anymore, you set boundaries with yourself first, and with other people on ways that they need to treat you. Okay? You say, oh, Jane, it's easier said than done. Yeah, it takes a while to get to the point where, you know, it starts feeling better. Of course, you don't. No, Rome wasn't built in a day. But admit to yourself that part of the blame is you. Okay? Especially if you're a people pleaser. Because then you end up being people pleaser and then partly martyr. I'm telling you. Well, I do, and I do, and I do, and I do, and I do. It's up to you to go, why do I do? Why? Why do I do? Why? I want you to ask yourself, why do I do? Okay? And then it's to have those conversations. And truthful conversations, not conversations where you have arguments with the people. To tell them, I feel I do this all the time, and I'm not getting it back. And, you know, it may not change today, but like, you know, in one bang, because some people won't, but they'll say, I'm changing, and things are going to have to change. Because I need to feel better. You know, there's certain needs that need to be met. And that's just the way it is, right? That's just the way it is. I think the hardest thing that we ever have to admit to ourselves is that other people are not willing to change. I've had many people fall on the wayside because, first of all, they weren't in my caliber of people. They were not, I'm sorry, they were not. They took much more than they gave. And I don't stay there for very long for those kinds of relationship. No. I can be 60-40 with somebody, me being the 60, but they have to definitely be 40 or 45 or I'm not there. Because I can't. It feels too lopsided and it takes too much of my energy. So, yeah. It's just the way it needs to be. And a good quality person who loves you and cares for you, they'll always be willing to give, to do that give and take with you. Okay? They'll always be willing to do that give and take with you. Okay, so how do others see you? That was a lot of cards. No, I want one card. One. Okay, thank you. The Shah of Cups. Calm in the storm. That's how they see you right now. Calm in the storm. It's almost like you feel more like yourself and they see you more as the master of the self, like of who you are, which is great. Okay. And then how do you see you? As very resourceful. The Malika of Coins. That's the Queen of Pentacles. The one who has resources. The one who is kind, confident. Not only that, I feel a groundedness in you here. okay? You're finally making decisions that are true to you, okay? These are the decisions that are true to you. I've been thinking of making an extra video on the eclipse that just went by, because I've been hearing a lot that people, I don't know, I think I missed it, nothing happened, and you know what? It's not all like magic and Santa Claus doing this. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to an eclipse. There's an awakening. Awakenings are not always like magic carpet rides. Well, they are, but not in a good sense. As in that some things suddenly feel really out of place. Things feel out of tune. And that's where you get your awakening, by changing one little thing like that and going forward, okay? Some people expect like a heavy vibration to come around them and lights and all. And it's not a magic trick, okay? And the eclipse is not the end-all and be-all of everything. You are walking the path of awakefulness, and there's a lot of things that happen here, okay? All right, so this is mastery energy any way that you look at it, okay? We're going to get back to this. This is mastery energy any way that you look at it. You have the Shah of Cups, who is calm in the storm, calm in the crap. So no matter what's coming in, he's feeling like, yeah, there's stuff coming in, but I am completely at peace. I am really good. And then you have the Malika of Coins, who's like, I've got the resources, I'm grounded, I'm ready for this. You've got the calm and the calm. These are like my two, the calmest, I feel, major arcana. Because she's like mother, grandmother, really, really rooted where she is. And he is really, really, really calm. So it's like a balance as well of the female and male energy. And that's fabulous for you, because they see you as the very calm, masterful energy, and you see yourself as the very mothering energy. Yes, it's not completely, but I feel like the two coming in, what they sense of you and what you sense of yourself, is making a match that really works. So we'll leave it at that. And then, so what are your hopes and fears for the week? The Five of Coins. Okay. It's so funny because I feel like these two cards are like in the same color. This one's a little darker. The Five of Coins feels a little more separated. So I'm thinking that you're hoping that the work that you do here, what I was talking about, right? I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm not putting up with this crap anymore. I'm going to put these here, okay, so that they're more visible, that you can see them more, etc., etc. What I feel from this is because it's your hopes and fears. You're hoping that your five, there's 5 coins here, that your resources don't dry up, that your path is going to continue on. But you are afraid that it's going to dry up. You're afraid that it's going to separate itself from you. That's your thing, right? You start a journey and you say, it's like getting the answer to something and then forgetting the answer is what they're showing me. You're afraid that you finally have it, but somewhere in here, you're going to lose something. And that's normal when you're making changes, because it's never easy to make changes. It's never easy to fix something that's broken. And to go forward. Let's see here. Oi. Yeah. And your outcome, let's say, for the week. What I feel is that the Son of Swords is that regardless of what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and the rest periods and whatever you're going through this week, you are going to pick up speed as you go. And you're going to decide on that speed. You're going to decide on that swiftness, and you're going to go, look, I've got to do this. Okay? You're thinking to yourself, things need to be shaken up. I'm pure of intention. I really want to go, but I need to handle this in a more aggressive way. I feel that you're going to get fed up, even maybe impatient, and go, okay, this is enough. This has got to change. Things have got to change. I can't stay in this kind of energy anymore. Because to tell you the truth, I think it just doesn't feel good to you. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like, ugh, you know, this is crappy. I can't do this anymore. I can't be here anymore. I can't feel like this anymore. So I'm going to pull from Sign of the Times. I know I've done this one before, but I really like this one. And I think I'm going to be pulling a lot from it this week, I think. Because I feel that it's very, I know I've complained about the backs of these, but doesn't matter. Alright, so let's go. Yeah. You're on your journey. You're on your way. Labyrinth. I like that. 15. Devil is the card of the devil, okay, in the Major Arcana. It's also the card of breaking boundaries. It's breaking those walls, getting out of there, okay? I love this card for this, because that's what I feel. I feel there's a push and pull here, but you are very much on your way. You're well on your way, okay? Let's see. You are on your own path, and the labyrinth represents a simple fact that this journey will take you in many different directions. Unlike a maze, a labyrinth, there is no dead ends or wrong ways. I love that. This is what I love about this. This feels like the Wheel of Fortune. No wrong ways, no dead ends. You will not always understand the route you are on. You may not always know where you're going to, but you're going, okay? But you can either choose to be confused or scared, like right here with the Five of Pentacles. Is it all going to go away? Okay? Or see it as an opportunity to learn lessons and discover strengths. The courage to move past all of it. This sign encourages you to embrace where you are on your journey and resist comparing yourself to anyone else. Listen to your intuition and use that as guidance to face challenges. Okay? Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. The gift of the journey is not the destination itself. It's the experiences and lessons learned along the way that have shaped you into a person who is prepared to reach that destination. Like stumbling upon a labyrinth in a park or seeing one incorporated in a logo. This is a sign, an invitation to embrace the unpredictability of your own spiritual journey and the growth that comes along with it. The additional meaning to this card is a pivotal moment in your spiritual journey. Major life changes, career, relationships. Embrace the self-discovery. Embrace the self-discovery. I think so. I think so. I really like this. It feels uncomfortable as hell, Pisces. I'm going to tell you that it feels uncomfortable. This reading feels uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like it because as Pisces, I like everything like status quo. Everybody's happy. Everybody's nice. I like this. I love this. This is great. This is great. Unfortunately, we don't live in a life of this. And the people that surround us are not always like this. Okay? So first and foremost, I want you to look at this week is how do you feel treated by the people around you? How long have you been letting these people treat you this way? And if you say, I've been giving them chances and talking to them, well, you know, after talk is action. So, this is what I'm talking about, right? You can choose to be the victim, or you can choose to take action. Okay? In everything and anything. And you don't have to make big actions, you know, like usurp your entire life, but take one step in the right direction. One step. Okay? Not telling you leave your job, leave your relationship. I'm telling you take one step in the right direction to go, no, this is not going to work anymore. Okay? I'm tired of feeling taken advantage of. I'm upset. The best part that you can say is I'm upset for letting myself being taken advantage of. I'm upset at myself for letting myself being taken advantage of. Okay? And mean it. Be upset with yourself. What right do you have to let anybody treat you badly, Pisces? How dare you let anybody treat you badly? Shame on you. You're worth more than that. Okay? So, that's the best advice I can give you. And I can give myself that advice at any given day, because I'm sure I still do it. You still give people too many chances and situations too many chances. But when you start repeating the same whine to yourself day in, day out, why is it, why are you letting it, would be a better way of thinking of this, okay? Don't like it, change it. Take one step in a different direction. Start making your way to a better feeling place. Now, there's a lot of healing that's going to come from this, and there's a lot of going back to yourself. I feel as well these two are going to be the things as well of trying to run away from it as well, right? Because as Pisces, we can go into our personal little haven world all by ourselves and think and kind of escape. And sleep is an escape as well. So just be careful of those, okay? But you might need to do both of these in every once in a while, just to help yourself take that next step. Okay, we'll call it a little help to get the courage and the mojo going in the right direction. Just make sure that you're not there for half a year. Just do it when you need it, and then move forward. Deal with the situation. Deal with it. Okay, trust me. It may not feel good while you're doing it, but the future of your health, mental, spiritual, vibrational, will thank you for it. Okay? It will thank you for it as you go. All right, so I hope everybody's watched this entire video. I know I've been putting in the comments, please don't watch at fast speeds. Please watch the entire video. This is what really helps YouTube consider my videos valuable, because if you stay and watch, then it means it's interesting, right? It's got something to share. And yes, I know I am probably not the most snappy person here, but there is some great information to share with Pisces, and I would like it to get it going, and I would like the health of the channel to remain good. So if you can possibly at all watch it in its entirety, that would be fabulously great. I try to put valuable stuff that's going to empower you here, Pisces. Thank you so much for staying, and as always, I'm sending you a lot of love, a lot of light, and you are blessed. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.